Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Asteria Vision. My name is Asteria. I'm a psychic empath and medium. And yeah, thanks for joining on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm going to meditate a little bit. I meditated earlier, but I'm still kind of getting in the mode before we get the first caller. But I hope everyone had a good week and also a good day as well. And hopefully work wasn't too bad or stressful. That's easy for some of us to say, right? But let's see what I get. Let me shuffle the oracle cards and see what message I do get for the collective. Also, for those that haven't watched or listened to me before, you can find my business page, Readings by Asteria, and Asteria is Asteria. And I do a lot of lives there as well, and I answer questions over live on chat. So head on over there too if you haven't yet. And let's see what I get for the collective energy. Okay, so I got a few cards here, actually. So I got 3 cards. The first one is, there is so very much to be grateful for, financial success, and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. Well, that's always good. So this involves, or could involve, someone maybe retiring or receiving. Am I going too fast? At least I look and sound great. Just need to control my speed. But this is a great card because it does indicate that there is happiness when it comes to emotional fulfillment, but also financial as well. I could take a call. Is it Brianna?
Yeah.
Brianna.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? What's
I'm
your
doing all right.
Yeah, what's your question for tonight?
Well, I was actually looking, I put on the thing, I was looking for some sort of medium deal.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see it, because I lost someone really close to me a few years back, and I just have not had closure or anything like that.
Who was the person, what was the name of the person, I should say, that passed away?
Well, his name was Ryan. I'm going to grab my phone charger super fast here.
That's fine. Go for it.
So I don't lose.
I'm very patient. Yeah. I'll just shuffle while you do that. Brianna, let's see. But his name was Ryan, right?
Mine's Brianna, and the guy's name was Ryan. He passed away of cancer.
Okay.
In 2016.
Okay, let me see what I can get from Ryan. But so he was younger in age?
He was fairly young, yes.
Yeah.
In his early 30s.
Yeah, he was young. So what I'm getting is what the cancer, it was like it was like things just happened very quickly. And also what I'm getting is unexpectedly as well. But he is at peace. He was also very attractive as well. He was a good-looking guy, smart, very smart, and what was hard about this for you especially is that it happened so fast, and it's like you don't feel you got the closure you needed because it just all happened so fast. So it's like you didn't
And
even
it
get
was right before my birthday too, and his burial was actually the day of my birthday, so it made it a whole lot worse.
right. And I'm sure you don't enjoy your birthdays anymore because
Nope.
it just brings back the memories, but he is at peace. The important thing here is to know that he is at peace. He's definitely resting at peace, and it's not something anybody could control is what I'm getting. It's like, he didn't even know. What I'm getting from him is he didn't even know that this was inside of him growing is what he's saying. And it's like,
Nope, he didn't at first. It was like all within a matter of a year he was finding out, and then next thing you know, he was on his deathbed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a sense of you had an emotional satisfaction with him as well, or he brought you emotional happiness, satisfaction. It's something that you miss is what I'm getting from him. You miss that connection with him, that happiness that was brought between the two of you. Do you like to drink wine?
Yes.
Yeah, you like your wine. White wine?
Yep.
Yeah, so what I'm getting is it's okay to like your white wine. But when you're in your feelings, you can get sometimes we don't realize when we're kind of numbing ourselves that we've had enough and we overdo it. So, because what I get here is, yeah, and it's okay. I've done it too. We all have done it. If it's not alcohol, there's a substance and something that we all use as a way to band-aid our emotions, because many of us don't want to do that. We're not used to it. So I don't want you to, I don't want you to think that I'm judging you, because I'm not. It's
you're fine.
Yeah, it's just what I see, but I understand why you do it. I understand why you do what you do. It's just a matter of.
Now I have 2 kids with a different guy, and I try to live for them and try to be the best mom I can. But it's just still something always in the back of my mind. We should have had the kids together, and
you didn't get the completion that would give you emotional satisfaction. That's what it is. Let me see what else I get for you, but I'm not getting much from Ryan. Really. I am definitely getting that he's resting. I literally see him sleeping. It looks like he's sleeping. He's just resting in peace.
That's something that I was hoping for, like something that I know he's at peace and not like, somewhere he shouldn't be.
No,
like he was actually my first love, and anybody I've been with after or tried to be with, I never felt the same way about them than I did him.
Exactly. He brought you a satisfaction, an emotional satisfaction that I feel that it's a longing, like a missing feeling that you have for it. Let me see what else I get for you. Yeah. You're going to have to just accept. It's not something you want to hear, but this is what I'm getting. You're going to have to just accept that you're not going to get the ending you've wanted to receive. You're not going to get the closure that you're wanting to receive in order to move on properly, is what I'm getting.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. So what needs to be done is you have to just compromise. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a sense of compromising with the divine that, this is how it ended. And it's a matter of just not feeling guilty and feeling okay about it. Because I do feel that you wish you could have done something to help change what happened. Maybe you feel you were responsible. Maybe you weren't there enough, or you didn't say the words.
Because we did end up going separate ways, and we were still friends up until his death date, but it was getting really hard on him, and it was getting really, really hard on me.
Right.
And it was putting a major toll on us, so we decided we both need to break up for his health and for my mental state, because when I was crying all the time, it was stressing him out more, not helping him any. And so we decided to break it off, and I wasn't there when he died in the hospital.
And it's causing you, because I can feel it in your energy and hear it in your voice too, but I feel it when I'm connecting to you, is there's an anxiety here. There's an anxiety that's been in you or with you for a very long time after he passed. And it's because you have to say certain things to him, and that you didn't get your chance to say. So I can tell you what to do. I don't know if you'll want to do it, but you can either say what you want to say to him and write it down and read it out loud, or just say it out loud. Say out loud what you
see, I've never done that. I just felt like he would never hear me, or
of course, right.
I just always shut myself down, because
because
I think I'll always feel alone.
Yeah, and it's also hard to connect to the other side, per se, if we're under any kind of substance as well, especially alcohol, because it acts as a blockage. You start to, because it's a natural depressant, so you start to focus on how sad you feel, and not so much of what you feel, if that makes sense. You start feeling the sadness, not your energy and your environment. And that's what it is. But I do see you don't sleep at night either. You're not getting the rest you need. You're up late at night. And it's like you feel like you have to wear a mask on a daily basis. And it's like at night is when you take it off. You have to pretend or show people a certain side of you that you don't really feel this way, but you're doing it because you don't want anyone to see that you've been affected. And what I see here is it's the mask comes off at night. But
I'm up until about 3 o'clock in the morning every night.
You wake up at 3 every night?
No, I'm up until that time. I sit there, I get my two boys to bed. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I just sit there and think about everything. And I swear at that time, that's when he's always on my mind.
Right, and it causes you anxiety. I feel it. It's
all the time. I sort of passed since 2016.
Yeah, you're having a hard time letting this go. It's a matter of you just have to accept how things ended and say what you need to say. Even if you have to do your own little ritual of saying your final goodbyes and
that's what I feel like would give me the most closure. I've just always been
prayer, and then read whatever it is you want to say out loud. Really, and you can seal the envelope and then do whatever it is you want with the letter. But I feel it's going to, you actually taking the action of doing this and really connecting and praying for him, because I know you pray. So praying for him and reading out loud what you always wanted to say to him. Read it out loud. The fact that you'll be doing that physically taking the action, it's you're not seeing it now, but when you do it, you'll see it'll help you release a lot. It'll help you settle your soul is what I'm hearing, and allow yourself to be okay.
Okay, sorry, the little one's mad at me now because I stepped over the gate. All right, go ahead.
It's okay.
You're all right, little man. Okay, I'll hold you. Okay, go ahead.
It's okay. Doesn't bother me. I worked as a nanny too, so 8 o'clock. Yeah. So what I'm getting here is, Brianna, it's you need to allow yourself to communicate this. I got 8 of Wands. I know this is going to be difficult because it's something you're not used to, but in order for yourself to transition from this situation and this loss, you have to allow yourself to get what it is you want to say out through words. And if it helps by writing out what you want to say, reading it or saying it out loud, I feel the fact of you taking the action to do this and write down what it is that you wanted to always say to him, it's going to help you heal. It's just something you're not quite getting how it's going to help right now. But if you do it, or at least try, I promise you it's going to help release a lot of what you've been holding in for a long time. So that's what I'm getting.
Remember that. Oops, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What was your question?
No, I was going to say, I do remember that when I had moved out of his house and stuff, and like after on the time he passed, I remember I was sitting on my couch where we used to always sit, and we used to smoke weed together, I'm not going to lie, because, he had stomach cancer, and it was one appetite that was one thing I was helping get his appetite. I remember after he had passed, when I moved back in my apartment, I was really having a hard time before I met my children's father. And I would constantly start to smell his cologne and the scent of marijuana, and I didn't even smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Like I would just like that smell would come across me, and I just felt like I felt something, but I wasn't sure what it was. It kind of scared me, so I'd get up and walk out of my apartment.
Yeah, he was around you. That was his energy. Cute.
That's what
Yeah, he probably was teasing you a little bit.
Yeah. He was always like joking, and he lived his life to the fullest. It's just that closure that I want to kind of gather and get and know that he's happy and well and not suffering because it was so fast.
Yeah.
And he was.
Because he did tell me that moment you smelled his cologne, he was just teasing you because he liked to do that.
Oh, yes, to everybody.
Yeah.
I can't even count how many times he pretended he was dead on his couch just to do it to piss off everybody.
Yeah, Ryan, he loves you. He loves you a lot, actually, because you guys had a very strong friendship as well. So
he did. He was my best friend and my soulmate. I'm pretty sure he was my real, like my one soulmate in life.
Yeah, he does love you. I feel that.
And now my whole body is tingling right now.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe do that tonight, write the letter to him tonight. And just, if you don't want to read it out loud, don't. Read it to yourself. He'll be around. So I like him, though. He's got a good heart.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He always brought very good energy around to others. He did. Let me see what else I get. I another caller, but I want to finish with you because I feel your pain. And I feel it to the point where it's making me want to cry. So I know that
all the time. I think there's been a lot of times where I've just sat there and it just crossed my mind. I would just burst into tears, and then I have my kids crying, and then it's just a big fat mess.
Yeah. Because kids feel when their parents are upset. Sometimes
Oh, definitely.
Don't realize it. But yeah, I'm going to stay with Brianna. I'm going to stay with Brianna as a caller. So Brianna, it's what I'm getting here is this has been a burden for you for a long time is what I'm getting.
Oh, yes.
But there is going to be movement out of this feeling of burdensome. You're going to release it. It will be released. What's happening is you've been through a long process. You've been through a very long healing process, but it's been very difficult for you because you feel you lost the love.
It's been difficult on relationships too. Like,
yeah.
like very, very hard on relationships. Even on the relationship I'm in now, I bring him up and it kind of upsets my significant other because he doesn't quite understand. And
that was the love of your life. That's what he's not understanding.
Yeah, exactly. Without Ryan, I wouldn't know how to love myself, my kids, or anybody.
Yeah, because he was your soulmate, the love of your life. He was your true love. You're correct by what you said earlier. So it's just a matter of you have to believe that he's never really gone and allow yourself to express that you miss him. It's okay to miss someone. And if you don't feel comfortable telling someone that, it's because you already know they're not going to understand your pain or what you're feeling and at that moment, they're not going to get it. Because I feel you get a lot of just get over it. I feel you get a lot of that, they don't get it. So you need to allow yourself to express yourself to someone who understands the pain you're going through. So you can always message me on Readings by Asteria, Brianna, on Facebook. Okay. I also do readings there. You can join. And, I still have 5.5 minutes left, so I can still take some time with Brianna. So let me continue. Okay. Good news. Let me use this different deck on you for a sec, because I keep getting the same message really with this one. There's a lot of movement and patience that you need with yourself, but in order for the movement to happen, in order for this burdensome to be released and finally gone, it's required that there's some patience that you give. You're more patient with yourself and be a little more compassionate with yourself, because sometimes you can be a little hard on yourself, and it's like, you feel it's because of your surroundings, because you don't have the support. And when you don't have the support, you're going to feel alone. And that's what's happening. And you're being hard on yourself because now you're telling yourself, why can't I get over this? You can't get over this because you're still healing. You're almost there, though. You just need to be patient with yourself, because it takes years to heal. And it also, others need to be patient with you as well. So whoever you're dating needs to understand where you're coming from and needs to also be patient with you. Obviously, there's not going to be an issue because the man is not physically here. So I don't see why it's even a threat. So this is something that the person you're with now needs to understand and be more compassionate about. When it comes to you healing from this man that was your true love, so it's like you said, they don't get it, and that's exactly what I feel. You're not being heard. Is what I'm getting.
I'll never compare to Ryan, and he's like, "I'll never compare to Ryan. I'm not Ryan." I'm like, "Well, he's just no, you're not." But I mean, and I don't really have words to say,
And what I'm getting here,
words to say to him.
Right, Brianna, what I'm getting here, it's a time for healing for you. But what I'm also getting when it comes to your new relationship, I do see a new cycle beginning and more stability coming into that. The only thing here that it's a need for both of you to stay out of arguments, avoid arguments, anything becoming an argument in order for this to have stability, your relationship now. Mm-hmm. And he has to understand, the man that you're with, that you're still healing. And in order for this relationship to continue within balance and to be successful, he needs to be understanding of that and more compassionate with that. But I also feel, as a couple, you need to reduce when things are spoken from it going into a fight, or, it's like there's a lot of passion in your relationship. So what happens is, if you're not taking that passion to the bedroom, it becomes a fight, and then jealousy forms, and that's when, let me see what else I get. Oh, I have 2 minutes left. So
okay, not a problem.
Gave you some good messages that you need, though, Brianna, because, one more message before you go. There is a need for you to bring balance back into your spirituality and your beliefs. So I don't know, whatever it is, whatever religion or beliefs that you do have and follow, there's a requirement here for you to get back into that. And like I said earlier, the praying, maybe that's something that you do or that you've done and you feel comfortable doing. Yeah, you should continue doing that, and pray to Ryan, and pray to Ryan, pray to him, and talk to him. I know you believe in that. So.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Yeah. So that's what I got for you, Brianna. I wish I could connect to him a little more. I'm honestly kind of energetically burnt out.
No, you're fine.
And, I'm actually surprised I even did the show tonight, because I just energetically, I'm drained. But you're welcome to come to my my page, Readings by Asteria. I do free lives pretty often, so you can always catch me in there and ask me more questions.
Okay, 1 second. Let me write that down on my phone so I remember what it is.
Sure. Yeah, it's spelled Asteria, and it's Readings by Asteria, Asteria. And I'm on Facebook, so if you type it should pop up. Yeah. But I hope you have a good night, Brianna, and I'm sending you love and light and lots of hugs as well. And just understand that things are actually going to be better for you. That it's going to change. You just need to be a little more patient with yourself, because you're healing. So it's part of the natural process of detaching from someone.